guys, how are you doing? Hope you're feeling good this Wednesday. We're going to do a live Sculpt and Tone class as we have done for the past couple of weeks. If you've done this before, you'll know what to expect. If you haven't, you just need a couple of light to medium weights to do this. If you don't have any of those, you can grab a couple of tins from your cupboard and we can improvise along the way as well. And make sure you've got a bottle of water on hand. That's really, really important. And don't forget not to do this if you are feeling unwell or if you have any injuries at all as well. We're going to start with a nice gentle warm-up to begin with, and it will cool you down and stretch you off at the end as well. There's not going to be any particular rest period in this. It's quite an energetic and dynamic workout. Just take a rest as and when you need it. Work at your own pace. Okay, that's really, really important to say, and I will try and give you some technique points as we go along. Okay, so we're just going to warm ourselves up properly. I haven't warmed up, so I really need to do that. So if you've got a glute band, just grab one, pop it onto your calves. Okay, we're going to keep that tension there. That's really, really important. Just going to hold onto a wall. Just going to take your leg out to the side and back in. Okay, I'm just going to move that down a touch. There we go. All the way out and back in. Really squeeze. There we go. And we're going to do 10 of these on each side. And on number 10, we're going to hold it in an isometric hold. Hold it there. 2, 3. Okay, we're going to swap sides. You might find that your legs are a little bit slippy, or if you're wearing leggings, it's the same. You've got to keep that resistance there, keep it nice and tight. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way out. Almost there. And on number 10, you're going to hold it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, great. Right, we're going to pop this over our feet this time. We're going to do a banded march. This is going to help to mobilise those hips ready for exercise. Okay, core tight. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Squeeze. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. Hold it there. 1, 2, 3, and back down. Okay, really important that you choose a resistance band that is heavy or light enough to suit your needs. This one is a heavy one, fair amount of resistance. I think there's one more above this. Almost there. 8, 9, and that's 10. Hold it there. 1, 2, 3. Okay, pop it back over your thighs. Going to come down to the floor. I'm going to do some glute kickbacks with the band over your thighs. Okay, going to hold it there. Hands shoulder width apart. You're going to bring your knee in and all the way back. Feel that stretch. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll do 8 on each side. That's 8. Okay. Top sides. 1, 2. Sliding up there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that's 8. Okay, pop the band off. We're going to start with some slow squats, okay? Down really slowly. Going to pop your elbows on the inside of your knees, and then we're going to open up those hip flexors one at a time. If I know that I'm going to be squatting heavy, this is a mobility drill that I cannot live without. A couple of those. Gonna come up halfway, squeeze your glutes. Back down. Come up really slowly. Good. Okay. We're going to squat. 2, 3. Body weight only. Just warming our body up. Okay, next one. Gonna reach for those toes, opposite sides. Keep those legs nice and stiff, don't bend your knees. Fantastic job. Okay, the next one, elbow to knee, squeeze. Who says you can't do cardio with limited space? There's so much that you can do. Almost there. Going to come down to the floor, and just to the end of this track, we're going to do some shoulder taps. 2 more, and bring yourself down onto your knees. Okay, everybody warm? A bit of a different way to start the session today. From jogging on the spot, we're going to start with some squats. Grab yourself something to hold. Going to take it in a goblet position. We're going to start off dynamic. Here we go. Ready? Core tight, chest up. Drive those heels through the floor. Squeeze those out. Okay, shake it off. This time, we're going to add a pause. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold it. 1, 2, 3, and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it there. And back up. Okay, so this kind of pause that I've got at the bottom, a slow descent on the squat, is going to make your quads work that little bit harder. 1, 2, 3, and up. Squeeze. Slow descent, really, really slow. Make it as slow as you possibly can. Hold it. Squeeze those abs. 1, 2, 3, and up. Got another one in you? Quads burning yet? 1, 2, 3, and up. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it there. 1, 2, 3, and up. Makes it so much harder. Really slow. Let's do one more. Control is everything. Okay, good job. How are your quads feeling? Yeah? Burning yet? Hope so. Right, we're going to go into a Cossack squat. You don't need to wait for this. We're going to load up one leg. I'm going to move my mat out of the way so I don't slip. Try not to break everything as I do that. There we go. So, you're going to load up one leg. And then what you're going to do is you're going to rock to one side like so, okay? And the other one. All the way over. As you do this, you're going to increase your mobility and you're going to see your depth get better and better. Over you go. Keep that head and chest up. Keep your breathing steady. Nice and low. You can add some weight if you want to, but this is a good exercise even without. All the way over. Okay, one more of those. Okay, come up, shake it off. This time I'm just going to do it from a different position. You're going to load up one leg, okay? Here we go. Over we go. Keep those abs nice and tight. You can see how hard my quads and my glutes are having to work to do this. Keeping myself upright, keeping everything really tight. Nice and low. Chest upright. 2 more. Okay. Shake it off. We're going to go into some lunges. Grab a weight, whatever you're going to hold for this. We're going to do some reverse lunges. So we're going to alternate our legs. So step back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep that chest up, core tight. How are we doing? Doing really well. Some hard maneuvers today, and I'm adding lots of pulses, lots of pauses, which is going to make you work that little bit harder. I've had quite a few messages from people saying, I don't feel like I'm doing enough. I don't feel like I'm working off a sweat. I don't feel like I'm doing or achieving what I would in the gym. What can I do? And there's several ways that you can achieve progressive overload without having heavy weights. I talked about it before, but one of the most effective is to put the time under tension. Okay, so by what I mean by that is by increasing the amount of time that you go on the descent. So for instance, when we're on that goblet squat and we're counting to 5 on the way down, that's just going to put an extra bit of load on your quads. So if you don't feel like you're working hard enough, that's the way to do it. Or increase the volume. Loads and loads of bodyweight stuff with high volume. Okay, next exercise. We're going to do sumo squat. Okay? So for this one, nice wide stance. Just going to squat down. Oh, I'm feeling nice and warm. How are you doing okay at home? I had quite a heavy leg day yesterday, so my legs are a little bit jelly-like today. I will do my best. Okay, 2 more. Shake it off. Fantastic. Okay, we're going to go into a deadlift. I have both dumbbells in my hand. I'm going to keep them nice and close to me. Just going to turn to the side so you can see my posture. I'm going to push those hips all the way back. When I get to here, that's when I drop. Look at my back, nice and straight. And up. Squeeze that core. Hip hinge. Here we go. All the way back. Drop. And come up. The difference between the deadlift and the squat is all in the hip hinge. So with the squat, you're sitting into it. With a deadlift, you're hinging those hips all the way back. Drop and come up. Here we go. Keep it going. Feel those glutes. If you want a nice peachy bum, which is what most ladies seem to want at the moment. It is not achieved by going on a stair lift and sticking your leg out. This is the way to do it. This, lots of squats, single leg glute bridges. Feel that strength. One more. You're looking good. Keep that chest up. Keep those dumbbells or whatever you're using nice and close to the legs. Roll them down and up. Smashed it. Well done. Okay, we're going to give those legs a rest. We're going to move on to our arms and we're going to start with a military press or an overhead press, okay? Start here. Squeeze that core tight. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Explosively up. Down with control. Core tight. Here we go. Squeeze up, nice and explosive. Down with control. This is one of those exercises where if you don't have the weight, high reps, you're really going to feel that burn in your shoulders. Feel your back working. Okay, we're going to switch to a bent over row. These two go together really well. Just going to tighten my dumbbells. Okay, for this one, you're going to be bent over in this position, bend at the knees, draw them into the sternum, squeeze those shoulder blades back together. Okay, here we go. Core tight, squeeze. It's a row. You don't want your elbows flying out to the sides. Good. One more. Okay, let's go back to that press. Are we ready? Here we go. Up. One more. Okay, we're going to go back into that row. Are we ready? Bent over, knees bent, core tight, chest up. Here we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that's 10. Well done. Okay, pop them down for a moment, shake it off, grab some water. Okay, going to need something to kneel on for the next part. We are going to do some single arm bent over rows. You can use your dining room chair, whatever you've got at your disposal. For this one, I'm going to have my knee on here, my hand at the side. I'm going to row backwards like that. Squeeze. Feel that bicep. Bring those shoulder blades back together. One more on that side. Okay, we're going to switch. Opposite side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going for 10. 8, 9, And that's 10. Smashed it. Okay. Let's give those arms a little bit of a rest. You're still going to need your chair or whatever it is you're using. We're going to do a single leg glute bridge, but we're going to do it from a bit of height, okay? So you need something to lean on. You're going to have your feet flat on the floor, core tight, chin tucked in, 1 foot down, then you're going to take one leg out. You're going to raise it up, squeeze, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that's 8. Okay, we're going to swap sides. I'm going to move positions just so you can see me from a different angle. I'll move my bench there. Okay, I've got a bit more space. So you want the upper part of your back resting on whatever it is. One leg out, chin tucked in. It's not pretty, who cares? Gonna build strong glutes. All the way up with that pelvis and squeeze. And rest. Woo! Oh, those are a killer, especially raised up like that. Super, super effective way to work your glutes. Okay, whilst we're in this position, we're just going to give our legs a little break. Come back to those in a moment. We're going to do some dips. You're going to have your hands here. Be careful how you do this. Don't put too much pressure on your shoulders. All the way down and up. One more. Oh, there you go. Okay, shake it off. Grab some water. You're doing really, really well. This is tough. Okay, we're going to go back to those single leg glute bridges for a last set before we move on to core, okay? So, get yourself in position. Upper part of your body on your bench. Whichever leg you're starting with, you're going to have stretched out. Doesn't matter what you do with your hands. And then you're going to raise yourself up from the pelvis, squeeze, and back down. Woo! 2 more. And swap sides. Smashed it. Okay, here we go. That's 4. 4 more. 5, 6, 7, 8, and rest. Well done. Wow, those are really, really hard, guys, okay? So if you're finding them tough, you can always do a glute bridge from the floor with both feet flat on the floor. If you don't feel ready to do the single legs or the raised. Right, I'm just going to bring my mat over. I'm just going to carry on. We're going to do some of those flying pigeon flows. A bit like a glute kickback, but from a high plank position. Let me just move my bench. Okay. Right, so hands into that high plank position, so shoulder width apart. You're going to come up, you're going to bring your knee in, you're going to take your leg all the way back. Feel that glute stretch out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Well done. Okay, we're going to swap sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 6, keep that core tight, 7, and 8, well done. Okay, right, last glute exercise before we move on to core. Grab a weight or bag of sugar, whatever you've got at your disposal. We're going to pop it behind your knee. We're going to do some weighted glute kickbacks, okay, so I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to take it all the way back, squeeze, and in. Keep the tension. You can hold the weight there fairly easily. That's 5, keep it going. 6, 7, last one on that side. Fantastic job. Okay, let's swap those over. How are we all feeling? It's fairly relentless, this one today, isn't it? Okay, I'm just going to move around to the other side. Squeeze. One more. And that's 8. Well done. Okay, right, let's move on to core. We're going to start with some basic heel taps, so feet flat on the floor, heels flat on the floor, and then all you're going to do is a bit like a penguin, you're going to waddle from side to side, squeezing those abs as you go. Keep everything nice and tight. Don't put any pressure on your neck, but your shoulders are slightly raised off the floor. Squeeze. Going, you're working hard, guys. Oh, you should start to feel those lower abdominals start to burn a bit now. And rest. Okay, I'm going to stay in this position. This time have your head flat on the floor as well. And then you're going to do bicycle legs. Round you go. Core tight. Keep it going, nice and dynamic. Okay, you're going to swap that for a crunch. In, out, squeeze those abdominals. Keep it going. And rest. Woo. Ow, okay. Wow, that's fairly relentless. Okay, I'm going to stick a Russian twist in there. Grab a weight if you have one, nothing too heavy. Just going to use my 4 kilo kettlebell. You can have your feet off the floor for this one if you can. Raised up on your tailbone, twist from side to side. Keep those hips facing forward. Squeeze. Keep those abs tight. Everything's working from the trunk. And rest. Well done. Oh, grab some water. Okay, the next one we're going to move on to is a dead bug. If you are just joining us, make sure you're warmed up before you get into any of this. It's not too bad with the core stuff, but the stuff that comes before does require especially a bit of a mobility drill with the squats, that kind of thing. It's always worthwhile doing it, okay? Right, let's move the mat round. This time, dead bug. So, you're gonna have knees at right angles, arms up in the air. You're gonna take one leg out, one arm back. Squeeze those abs and back in. Once you've got your coordination, it's easy peasy, but you will start to feel those lower abdominals. Good. Keep your breathing steady. Really focus. Try not to speed it up too much. Really control the movement. And your quads are going to be aching from what we've just done. Two more. And rest. Good. Okay. Flip yourselves over. We're going to finish off our core section with a plank. Get yourself into a nice low plank position. Don't want to see any bonds stuck up in the air. I'm just going to move my mat round. My squat rack is in the way. There we go. Hold that. This is our last one. Nice deep breaths. Keep that bottom low, hold that posture. Squeeze those abdominals as far as they can go in. Stop everything from dropping forward. Feel the intensity of the exercise. I'm on a rather slippy mat here today. How are we doing? Oh, there we go. And bring yourself down to your knees. Well done, guys. You worked really, really hard today. Some tough exercises in there. And by adding those pause reps and by increasing the tension on the time, I think we've worked a little bit harder than we would normally for our Sculpt and Tone. So I'm going to stretch you off, as always. I'm going to start with a quad stretch. You can do this lying down if you'd rather, or up against a wall. Just going to bring your heel into your bottom, hold it there. Feel that stretch down the front of your quads. Okay, we're going to swap sides. Hope you're all doing okay today. I know people are finding this particularly tough at the moment. Certainly more so than the other lockdowns. I think next week I'm going to mix things up a little bit with some classes, still do some live classes, but I think I'm going to do a spotlight on each day, and I'm going to choose a particular exercise where I can really run through technique with you. So if there's something that you want me to look at, drop me a DM, let me know, and I will do like a technique workshop. So maybe, you know, one day we'll do deadlifting, another day bent over row, that kind of thing. I just think it'll be a really, really interesting thing, just something to occupy your time. Maybe focus on technique and strength building, which is something, as I say, people have messaged me about. Okay, you're going to take one leg out to the side. You're going to stretch off the inner part of your thigh. Hold it there, feel that stretch. Just going to walk yourselves forward. Gently walk yourself back up. Okay, let's swap sides. And over. That's it. And back up. Okay, we've worked those legs really, really hard, so I'm just going to stick a pigeon stretch in there as well. Bring one underneath you. Oh, that feels really good. A nice hip flexor stretch. Just lean right the way over. And bring yourself back up. Other side. Okay, I'll stretch off those triceps before we finish. Do let me know if you have any other questions as well, nutrition related. I know that I myself, from personal experience, have definitely put on a few pounds over the last couple of weeks. I'm just seeing it as a mini bulk. But one thing's for sure, you know, we're just not getting the steps in that we would normally. You know, if I was in the gym, I'd be walking at least 15,000 a day. Not doing that at the moment. So, you know, your nutrition's got to be tweaked in accordance with that. And if that's something you're struggling with, do let me know. I can help. I can suggest some good recipes. One thing that I'm really keen on is sustainable diet. I don't believe in depriving yourself of anything, everything in moderation, because it's got to be sustainable. It's got to be something that you can live with for the rest of your life. Otherwise, you're just going to yo-yo up and down. Okay, so if you're struggling, drop me a message, let me know. Hope you enjoyed that workout today. Thank you so much for joining me. I always love doing these, which is why I keep doing them week on, week out, and I will keep doing them just for the time being, just whilst you want me to do so. But like I say, if I do the spotlight on next week, let me know if there's something you want me to focus on, particular exercise. Love to hear from you. All right, lots of love. Take care. Nice to see you.